So video number 1 recording is Oculus Rift development using C++ in Unreal Engine 4 by Donald McInnesby. Now this is Oculus, and this is the aim. These are all the games. These games, this one, are made with Unreal Engine 4, and I think Kronos is as well. So for now we will close that down. So initially, to create a game with virtual reality in Unreal Engine 4, we will require the use of Visual Studio, firstly to compile our game engine. Visual Studio 2017 has been installed on this machine. If we run Visual Studio, this is a link to my current game build. So firstly, to install VRWorks, Unreal Engine 4.18 VRWorks, we must firstly unpack the engine into our Unreal Engine 3 VRWorks directory, which I've placed on the C drive for this purpose. Then we must go into the engine folder and copy across any marketplace plugins that we require to be compiled into our version of the engine. Now, having Visual Studio installed, we must then generate project files via the bat shortcut command, and then we must set up the engine for compilation. Once those two processes are completed, we can then run the UE4 solution shortcut file, which will open Visual Studio 2017. Now here you see Visual Studio is running, getting things ready, and we are preparing for first use. Now this computer is fairly fast, so I should do this quite well. Easy tune. So we would like to have a higher clock than that, but that is okay. So if we go into Visual Studio, we have two package files. We'll wait till the engine parses the information. And we can click on Unreal Engine 4 solution link, or we can click on the whole solution, which includes the additional programs required to build the engine and to deploy various aspects of gaming into cooked packaged code. So to do this, we would simply right click and rebuild solution. Now I have done this already, so we don't need to do this again, but after build solution we should come to a conclusion where the solution is compiled and the Unreal Visual Studio has outputted the engine binaries in the Win64 folder relating to the programs that we have compiled from source. All of these, and these, and the Unreal Editor. So you can stay there. So Unreal Editor. Now with that, we now have UE4 game, UE4 editor, UE4 file server. We have UE4 editor, which is the one that we require to run the editor for the VRWorks. So that is us compiled and installed Unreal Editor 4.18.2. Initializing shouldn't take too long because we've previously have done this already. On the first run it may take a bit longer, but this time it should go quite quickly. 91, 94. So there we have it. We have Unreal Project Browser, which we can launch our game package file. We're launching 0.5, 52, 60, 70. Excuse me. Let's see if this is still recording. Indeed it is, as this is the first test package folder. So move that out of the way. So now we have Unreal Engine version 4.18 compiled from source code via Visual Studio. We have loaded into a blank map initially, but this is some of the maps that I've created for my Interceptor game, and the main one being this or this Visual Studio Art VR and 2, which we can load up just for purpose of the video. So there we go, initializing world. So this is String City, I've named this one, and we have here all of the assets with which I've created and we'll put into this level so that we can, and there's the Version Studios, and this here is some palm trees, and you know, blah de blah de blah. So now that concludes our first video. The next video will go into further detail on how to set up this game code within the engine.